Coming to you live from Jac-Cen-Del Junior Senior High School in the beautiful town of Osgood, Indiana. This is Tree Country Basketball on WTRE Radio on YouTube. Tonight is a varsity boys basketball contest between the South Decatur Cougars and the Jac-Cen-Del Eagles. And good evening to everyone, one and all, for tonight's action. Alongside Zach Luddle and Ryan Higginbottom, I am Seth Galt. We are glad to be here tonight in Osgood for tonight's varsity boys basketball contest. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good. Good.
And
another game.
It is another game. Fifth game of the year. Doesn't seem like we're already in game 5 of the year, boys.
No.
It really doesn't. It's flying by already.
And to think, too, and I was just thinking of this, too, the girls have already started their second half of the season already.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
And here we are, middle of December. So, crazy times when it comes to Indiana high school basketball. We're going to kick things off tonight with our pregame sponsor, which our pregame sponsor tonight, sponsored by Hillbilly Corner. Hillbilly Corner is a family-owned farmers market located on Highway 46, just past Forest Hill and before Pumphrey's Hills to the left. It is a bright red building you can't miss. Hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hillbilly Corner offers deli meat and cheese, sandwiches, and the best super premium ice cream, along with a daily lunch combo deal at a great price. Pick up your fresh produce and loads of other items. Stop in and check them out. Hillbilly Corner, a little bit of everything at the bottom of the hill. Zach?
Well, you're the note man tonight, Seth.
Well, you know, I'm not going to let myself get too crazy out of hand here tonight. But anyway, so gentlemen, let you know, we are in game 5 of the year, and the boys are playing Jac-Cen-Del. A little bit of history between both of these teams. South Decatur last night lost to Milan 57-49. Jac-Cen-Del defeated Shaw Memorial last night 67-43. And in the series in the last 40 years, get this, South has only won 12 games in the last 40 years. 12-29 record against Jac-Cen-Del.
12-29?
12-29.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
You can thank our good friends at johnharrell.net for that one. The last time these two teams played against each other was in sectional action last year. Jac-Cen-Del with the win this past March, 44-35. South Decatur did beat Jac-Cen-Del on their home floor last year by a final of 45-40. Jac-Cen-Del no longer a sectional opponent this year, so this will be the only time we'll get to see the Eagles in action here tonight.
Yeah, and the three of us were talking off air, looking at the schedule for South. I mean, last night they played Milan. Tonight they play Jac-Cen-Del. Next Saturday they play South Ripley. So, I mean, you're getting the Ripley County weekends back-to-back
for the next, last 8 days. So it's crazy to think. And then after next Saturday, we're in holiday season mode, as the boys will go to Edinburgh for the annual holiday tournament, and they will play against
I think it's Alexandria.
Yes.
At 10 o'clock on that Friday morning. Not sure yet if we're going to do that Friday morning one or not. I know Jim has work, and obviously I'm not sure if I'll be out of town for the holidays or not. But definitely, if they do get, maybe to play that 2 o'clock game on Saturday or so, or maybe even the morning time or whatever time they play that Saturday, definitely going to try to bring you that one on Saturday.
Ryan, I'm going to turn it to you. You think of tonight's game. What do you think South has to do to get things going to get their first win this evening?
They definitely need to keep the pace for what it is. They cannot be outran by Jac-Cen-Del, and that's something that definitely happened in the JV contest. We were talking, we can't run multiple sets on one play. If one does not work, just go to motion. It's an effective game plan, and it will break a 2-3. It'll break anything if you give it time. We talked about a shot clock, but I think we're very grateful for no shot clock when it comes to motion, because it takes 30 to 40 seconds for something to come up. But I think one thing that they need to do, don't get in your own way.
Yeah.
Coach Simpson for Greensburg, he says, don't complicate simple. And that's something I've really taken to heart don't get in your own way. Don't turn the ball over too many times because Jac-Cen-Del will capitalize on it, and we saw that in the JV game.
And speaking of the JV game, South lost to Jac-Cen-Del earlier just a little bit ago, 53-26. So, Zach, I'm going to turn it to you now. What do you think Jac-Cen-Del needs to do as far as their game plan? Do you think they need to put the same motion as they did in the JV game, or do you think it's going to be a little bit different?
I think it'll be a little bit different because, these last couple years being around the program and everything, obviously me coaching a couple years ago, I've seen some of these kids grow. And then last year doing the radio, I've been to all the games. I've watched them grow that way as well. But I think the key for Jac-Cen-Del, if they want to really, let's say, shut down South, it would be to stop the big three-head that they have, Drake Skaggs, Lucas Ballard, Carson Templeton. You stop those three, you're going to force the other young players to step up and try to make a name for themselves by doing that.
Right.
But I think it's going to be hard for Jac-Cen-Del to stop Drake and Lucas and Carson because they all create in their own way, and they're athletes. They're for sure athletes. They know how to get their shots. They know what they need to do. And I think it'll be hard for them to try to shut all three down.
And Zach and I, we talked to Coach Terwilliger a couple weeks ago when the boys played Trinity Lutheran right before Thanksgiving, and he said, and Coach T told us that his main perspective for this year is to work around those three guys, but also to be able to work their bench more. And we talked about that a little bit last night because, we only played 6 to 7 guys on the floor the entire time,
right?
And we had one or two players, being Lucas Ballard and Drake Skaggs, getting into foul trouble within the first couple minutes of the second half. So if you're able to work with your bench and be able to have them get quality minutes and still be able to play well, you're going to have a great combination.
Yeah, and again, you said it, Seth. I mean, you have to be able to go deep in your bench, and those players have to get that experience. So when it comes March, all your players are prepared. They're ready. They know what to expect. But this is not a conference game by any means.
Right.
It's just it's just another game on the schedule.
Yeah,
is what it is. And you ultimately want to come out here victorious, but you also want to come out of here with some learning things that you need to work on and stuff, as well as any game for that matter. But I mean, really, it's going to come down to how well they can manage the turnovers. Because last night, the turnovers, I think, were a big part of the reason why they started to struggle coming out of the break.
Yep.
I think it was 3 or 4 possessions in a row. They turned the ball over on a bad error pass, and then it just led to Milan points on the other end, and it just kept stacking up against them to where they had to foul in the last 2 minutes of the game to extend the time to get shots. So
one thing we will talk about too are platinum sponsors tonight: Gillen Lenhow Funeral Home, Edgar Automotive, Decatur County Recycling, and Buy Ride Auto. Also our trio sponsors tonight: Walters Tire, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Hamilton Tebby Law Offices. Our school sponsor is brought to you by H&R Block. We do have a Points in the Paint sponsor. I know, Zach, you had the game last night all to yourself, so I'm going to ask you the question: how does it feel having help tonight compared to last night?
It feels good, I mean, it's not really me just doing all the talking, and it's not as weird for people at home just to hear one voice and for me to just hear myself talk. And it's nice to have somebody to talk to about things and break down things with me as well, rather than me just explaining it to everybody at home what's going on.
And Ryan gets to experience I don't know if you'd call it expertise or amateurism, if you want to call it that. But of course, I've been done PA for so long that trying to doing PA and then doing radio are two completely different monsters, if you want to call it that.
Yes, they are.
So let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and we'll talk about stats averages so far for the season and what the rosters look like for both teams. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, Call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
They've got some tire deals going on at Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg. Right now, get up to $200 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And the harvest is underway. Farmers, don't let tire problems slow you down. The Goodyear service trucks come to you to get production up and rolling again. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551. The Black Friday sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram through the month of November. The crew at Acres have special deals, extra incentives, and rebates too on all new vehicles on the lot. New 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees, Compasses, and Wranglers, 2025 Dodge Durangos, new Chrysler Pacificas, and new 2025 Ram pickups. And the savings include all the remaining new 2024 inventory as well. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, Dan Rubel, or Steve Garwood during the Black Friday sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
Your Greensburg H&R Block is open year-round. Give us a call to discuss business services regarding your bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, or advice. 812-663-7608.
And we're back here on WTRE Radio on YouTube. Seth Galt, Zach Luddle, Ryan Higginbottom with you. And as we mentioned earlier, we will talk about some of the averages that South Decatur is averaging so far for this year. And these are not up to date. I don't think they had time to put stats for last night's game. But as of right now, according to our Max Prep stats, Carson Templeton is leading the scoring for your Cougars, averaging 17.7 points a game and shooting 50% from the field. Aiden Bryant is our assist leader. He's averaging 4.3 assists per game. Lucas Ballard, who has come back from a torn Achilles injury from last season, he is the rebounding leader, averaging 6.3 rebounds per game. And Drake Skaggs is our steals average leader for your Cougars, averaging 3.3 steals a game. Let's take a look at the rosters for Jac-Cen-Del. We'll get the starting lineups whenever they announce the starters here tonight. Looking at the Cougar roster, they only have one senior in Lucas Ballard, and he will be one of the starting 5 that we are sure of. We also have 5 juniors, one of those being Carson Templeton, one of our main scorers on the team. Drake Skaggs, another junior, another good player. I'm expecting to see how South will look tonight, especially with those 3. Coach T said those are the big 3 for South Decatur's and for South Decatur. And if he's able to get the team wrapped around them, then we're going to expect a lot of big things for South Decatur in the future for the remainder of this year. Yeah. Also for your Cougars, we'll probably start 2 sophomores. Aiden Bryant, number 14, is one of the sophomores. As we mentioned, he is our assist leader for the season so far. And Tane Traylor, he will be number 12 on our roster tonight. As we'll take a look at the Eagle roster, they are stacked as far as numbers. They've got 4 seniors, also got 4 juniors and 3 sophomores on their team. So we're expecting to see either a combination of a couple of juniors, couple seniors, or maybe be an all-senior lineup with one of the juniors, or it could be 3 seniors, 2 juniors. Who knows what it'll be. We'll get the starting lineups as soon as they become available to us here in just a minute. We do want to let everyone know, earlier today, the varsity girls of South Decatur, they lost to Union County this afternoon. It's by a final score of 42-33, so your Lady Cougars dropped to 6-6 on the regular season. They will have their final game on Tuesday night before Christmas break, and they will be home against Madison Christian on Tuesday. And that game, I believe, will be a varsity only, but if something changes, check us out on WTREradio.com for all schedule updates and for all Decatur County sports and for all information concerning Decatur County.
Yep. I look forward to this being a pretty good contest. You know, I mean, Tayden had his first start last night, and obviously this is new to Ryan doing the South Decatur boys stuff. He's the Greensburg girls, so he'll still have some thoughts and stuff to go along with all of us as well. But again, Tatum's first game last night wasn't too bad. I look for Coach T to get him some more shots. He is a great shooter. And then obviously, the big three, Drake, Lucas, and Carson are going to try to get theirs. And then everybody else just pitch in where they can,
And Ryan, as Zach mentioned, you help with Greensburg girls a lot.
Yes.
And they're playing tonight is it at Rushville or is it at Greensburg tonight?
It's at Rushville. Yes. The Greensburg Lady Pirates are 11-0 on the season, the number 1 ranked team in 3A. Last week they went down to Evansville and they faced the then number 3 team Silver Creek, and they came out on top. And then later that night they faced Princeton and they won that game. Definitely a fun and exciting team to watch. They can hit it, they can press, and they can run. And I think, and I'll give a compliment to my buddy Zach here, it reminds me a lot of the 2020 South Decatur boys team. Fast, paced, and they are fun to watch.
And they beat South Dearborn the other night 90-22 to get to that 11-0 mark.
Yes. Wow.
That's going to do it for our pregame show, sponsored by Hillbilly Corner. They're getting ready to do the national anthem, and then we'll come back for the starting lineups. So what we will do, we will take a couple of minutes while they get the national anthem played. We'll come back when they get to announce the starting lineups. This is the Hillbilly Corner pregame show here on WTRE Radio on YouTube. We will be back in about 2 minutes.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
They've got some tire deals going on at Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg. Right now, get up to $200 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And the harvest is underway. Farmers, don't let tire problems slow you down. The Goodyear service trucks come to you to get production up and rolling again. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
And we're back here at we're back at Jac-Cen-Del High School. I'm so used to saying South Decatur High School. I'm not used to being 2 road games. Starting lineups for your Cougars will be number 1, Carson Templeton. Number 4, Grady Scudder back on the starting lineup. Drake Skaggs, number 11. Aiden Bryant will start, and 33, Lucas Ballard. So it'll be Templeton, Scudder, Skaggs, Bryant, and Ballard. The starting five for your South Decatur Cougars.
On your feet for your
And now to the Eagles starting lineup.
Cheerleading and dancing for the Eagles tonight. Kendall Harmeyer.
Well, they're going to introduce the cheerleaders, so I think, gentlemen, Cougars will have to need to come out aggressive, but I do think it'll be aggressive on both sides of the floor tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think it will be. And it looks like South matches up pretty well in terms of size.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like North or Greensburg by any means, or South Ripley, but 6'7", 6'6". So,
you know, and I didn't know this until sometime toward the game, but Milan's head coach is actually 7 foot tall.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow.
I asked their bookkeeper last night, and Bob Beasley and I were talking. Bob was like, he's got to be at least 6'8", 6'9". I'm like, I think he's 6'4". Asked their bookkeeper, he's like, nope, 7 foot. I'm like, oh my. As the lights are getting turned out here in Osgood.
Sophomore number 24, Darian Bishop. Junior number 44.
I did get a peek down. It looks like number 15 is one of the starters.
Chase Youngman, that is one of the North Decatur transfers that transferred to Jac-Cen-Del.
Other than that, I couldn't really tell. So we'll see.
We'll see what the lineup is for.
For the Eagles, at guard, and junior number 15, Chase Youngman.
Chase Youngman is one of the starters. He will start for Jac-Cen-Del.
A junior number 34, James
Pardhanani is one of the starters. Be number 34.
Newhart, number 3,
Newhart.
Luke Simon.
And number 5, Landon Ash. So the starting lineup for the Eagles, Newhart, Simon, Ash, Pardhanani. That's going to be a tough one to say. And Youngman. It'll be Lucas Ballard tipping for your Cougars. Cougars in their black with maroon and white trim. Jac-Cen-Del in their white with Carolina blue and red trim. It'll be 15, Chase Youngman tipping for the Eagles. And here we go. Tip is underway, and it will be brought up by Jac-Cen-Del. Jac-Cen-Del will get the tip off, and here we go. Number 5, Landon Ash with the ball, passes it to the left wing to Newhart. Passes it back to the middle, back to Youngman. Into Simon. Simon passes it back to Youngman. Simon would take it inside to the free throw line, shoots a little jumper. Shot is rolled around the rim and good for a first points for the Eagles. Cougars with the ball. Carson Templeton back to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs will dribble to the wing and will turn the ball over. Turned over, stolen by Simon. Youngman with the ball, guarded by Templeton. He'll take it all the way, blocked by Ballard. And Ballard will get the ball. Drake Skaggs will push it up the floor to Bryant. Bryant takes it inside to Lucas. Lucas Ballard will get the shot and a foul. That is
a Byright Auto free throw.
A Byright Auto free throw and a 3-point play opportunity coming up. First quarter brought to you by Malone Staffing. It's Malone Staffing Solutions. First quarter, first in the job. Search, that's the goal. That foul was on Landon Ash. It's his team's first of the quarter. As Lucas Ballard's free throw was up and no good. Rebounded by Pardhanani. Ash with the ball, passes it to the right to Simon. Back to Youngman. Youngman back brings it to Johnny Newhart. To Landon Ash. He'll take a couple of dribbles, bring it back to the half-court circle. South in a 2-3 zone. Back to Newhart. He'll shoot a deep three. That one is good. 5-2 your score here. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Drake Skaggs with the ball just past the half-court line. South looking for a 4 high. Drake with the ball still. Passes it to Templeton. Templeton was on the right-hand wing. to Lucas Ballard at the top of the key. He loses the ball inside, out of bounds. Turnover will go to the Eagles. Still early here in Osgood. South's going to look for an early full court press. They're looking, looks like a 2-2-1.
Yep.
Ash passes it to Newhart. Newhart will take a couple dribbles, passes it back to Simon, or excuse me, Ash to Simon. Newhart will shoot another deep three, and it is good. 2 threes. 6 points already for Newhart. 8-2 your score. Drake Skaggs with the ball, takes the screen from Lucas Ballard, passes it to Grady Scudder. Thought he got hit, but no foul called. And Grady will get the foul. That'll be his team's first of the quarter for your Cougars. 5:52 remaining in quarter number 1. Jac-Cen-Del will take the ball out of bounds near their pep band. And Ash will pass it to Newhart. Newhart back to Ash. Ash gets it across half court, back to Newhart. Thought about a deep three. Passes it to Parnani. Parnani will take the layup and good. Parnani with the bucket. Drake Skaggs passes it to Ballard, back to Skaggs. Skaggs at the top of the key near the volleyball line. He's being guarded by Landon Ash. Passes it to Carson Templeton, back to Aiden Bryant. Bryant passes it to the corner to Grady Scudder. Grady looking for an open man. He gets Carson Templeton in the corner. Templeton brings it back out, back to Skaggs. Skaggs takes a few dribbles back to the volleyball line. Trying to look for an open man. He takes it inside, passes it to Templeton. He shoots a three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Parnani, but loses it on the rebound. And your Cougars will get the ball back. 5 minutes in the first quarter remaining on the clock. And it's a 10-2 lead for the Eagles. Templeton inbounds it to Skaggs. Lucas Ballard almost loses it. Back to Templeton. Templeton will shoot another three. That one is no good. We have a foul. And Templeton will be shooting by route out of free throws.
3 of them.
And the foul will go on Landon Ash. That's his second personal already. Team second. And Templeton will shoot 3 free throws here in this Malone Staffing first quarter. First one up is up and good for Carson Templeton. 10-3 is the score. As Templeton take a couple dribbles, shoots a second free throw up and good. And number 24, Darian Grisham will come in for the Eagles. As Ash has picked up 2 quick fouls in this one. Templeton shoots 1 more free throw and it is good. 10-5 your score, 4:53 and counting down in this first quarter. Newhart with the ball. Passes it to Grisham. Back to Newhart at the top of the key, back to the right wing. He'll bring it back to the top of the key. He'll shoot another deep three. He's hit 2 already. That one's off the side of the rim and goes out of bounds. Cougars will get the ball back. Jac-Cen-Del's not afraid to shoot those deep 3 balls. Drake Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor for your Cougars as it's a 4-high situation. Aiden Bryant with the ball, back to Skaggs at the top of the key near the volleyball line. Lucas will set a screen. Drake Skaggs will spin move. Lucas Ballard looks for a shot, doesn't get it. Back to Skaggs inside. Ball's tipped, and we have a foul. Looks like it will go on Chase Youngman for Jac-Cen-Del. If it is, it's his first. It is his first, team's third for the Eagles. All the players stacked down low. Templeton inbounds it to Lucas Ballard. He'll take a shot, no good. Rebounded by nobody. Oh, rebounded by Newhart. Newhart will get the rebound for the Eagles. Passes it to Youngman. He takes it inside. Shot no good off the rim, and we will have a jump ball. And the possession will go to South Decatur.
And that was a good rebound by Grady. He grabbed it and just held onto it with both hands.
Less than 4 minutes to go in this Malone Staffing first quarter. 10-5 still your score. Drake Skaggs brings the ball up the floor on the left side of the court. He'll take it all the way. He gets a bucket. Takes it coast to coast for Drake Skaggs. Got double teamed on that. Was able to get the floater to go in. 10-7 your score. Eagles. Youngman with the ball. Takes to the elbow. Free throw line. No good. And we have a foul. That one's going the other way. That one, I believe, will go on Pardani. It will. That will be his first. Team number 4, Jac-Cen-Del, does have to be careful. They do not have any more fouls to give here in the first quarter. Otherwise, your Cougars will go into the bonus. Templeton will inbound to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor. Looks inside, can't get an open man. He'll take a three himself, no good. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Chase Youngman. Youngman will bring the ball up the floor. He passes it to the right side to Newhart. Newhart will take it back to the top of the key, back to Youngman. Newhart thought about another deep three, but then decided not to take it. And ball was tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Carson Templeton. Remains Jac-Cen-Del ball. Less than 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Johnny Newhart with the ball back to Youngman on the right wing. He thought about a three, no, didn't take it. Back to Newhart. Takes it to Youngman. He shoots a deep three. That one is good for Chase Youngman. 13-7 the score. As Jac-Cen-Del has hit 4 threes already in this first quarter. Aiden Bryant with the ball, takes it inside, back to Lucas Ballard. He'll shoot a three. He's wide open three. And that is a Globe Asphalt three for your Cougars. 13-10, 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. Newhart with the ball. He gets fouled by Grady Scudder. That'll be his second. As Grady Scudder already with 2 quick fouls, and Tane Traylor will come in and take Grady out for a little bit. So far, so good right now. Cougars still down by 3 as Grisham will inbound to Youngman. Youngman passes it to the right side to Newhart. He'll shoot another deep three. That's the 5th three coming up already in this first quarter. Drake Skaggs with the ball. He looks, takes it inside. He'll get the layup in and good. Give the assist on that one to Templeton. Grisham with the ball. He's double teamed. Passes to Simon. Back to Youngman. He'll take it inside on the little corner shot. That one is good. South going quick pace. Back to Aiden Bryant. He's guarded by Simon. Tane Traylor will shoot a deep three, but no good. Off the side of the rim, barely off the rim. Rebounded by Grisham. Grisham will bring the ball up the floor. He's guarded by Aiden Bryant. He will pass it to Youngman. He'll shoot another three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Parnani. And he is on the line out of bounds. And your Cougars will take the ball back. We have a timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout for your Cougars. We'll keep it right here for just a moment as South Decatur trails 18-12 with 1:27 to go in quarter number 1. Zach, Ryan, your thoughts. First with Zach.
Man, I mean, the reason why you guys aren't at home, aren't hearing me talk, is because me and Ryan are over here keeping track of the stats. But I mean, so far looking at it, I said it in pregame. The big three, they've scored all 10 or 12 now, actually. So I mean, there it is right there.
And to think already, Jac-Cen-Del's 6 threes already in this game already.
6 threes.
And and we're not even through the first quarter yet. So South Decatur's got to defend that 3 ball a lot better than what they have so far.
Yeah, they're definitely they're keeping the pace. They are running with Jac-Cen-Del, and that's something they definitely need to do. But what they desperately need to do, go down and try and score inside. It will help you tremendously.
And after that, Drake Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor at the volleyball line. He passes it to the left wing to Aiden Bryant. He goes to the right wing to Tane Traylor, back to the top of the key to Drake Skaggs on the volleyball line. Jac-Cen-Del in man-to-man. He gives it to Traylor. Traylor passes it to Lucas Ballard. He takes it inside. He gets a layup off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Luke Simon. Simon will pass it to Grisham. Grisham takes it to Parnani, tipped by Aiden Bryant. And last touch by Bryant, and it'll go out of bounds. Less than a minute to go in this Malone Staffing first quarter. 18-12 is your score. Grisham will inbound all the way back to Chase Youngman. Youngman brings the ball up to Simon. Simon looks for an open man, back to Parnani. Passes it to Youngman on the left wing. Back to the top of the key to Grisham. Grisham to Newhart. He shoots another deep three. That one is good. 7 threes already in this one for the Eagles. Matter of fact, that's all they've shot so far, and all they've made is nothing but threes. Drake Skaggs with the ball. 30 seconds to go. He takes it inside. Got away with the walk. but shot was no good. Rebounded by Parnani. Grisham will take the ball back to the half-court circle. 15 seconds to go remaining in the first quarter, and the Eagles will go for one shot. He takes it to to Youngman, passes it to Newhart at the top of the key. Parnani to the right wing. 4 seconds remaining. Grisham will take a three. That one was tipped by Traylor, and that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Jac-Cen-Del 21, South Decatur 12. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
And we're back here in Osgood, Indiana at Jac-Cen-Del Junior Senior High School, getting ready to start the second quarter, which is brought to you in part by Decatur County Memorial Hospital. The quality care you want close by. Same-day appointments are now available. Call 812-222-DOCS. Again, that's 812-222-DOCS. As Jac-Cen-Del will get the ball to start the second quarter. Youngman passes it to Newhart. He shoots another three off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Lucas Ballard. Aiden Bryant brings the ball up the floor. He'll take it to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs, one-hand pass to Templeton, back to Skaggs. South looking to set the play up. They are down 9 here with 7.5 to go in the first half. Skaggs will pass it to Templeton. Templeton will pass it to Bryant. Traylor with the ball in the corner. Passes it to Lucas Ballard at the top of the key near the free throw line. He'll pass it back to Templeton. He will shoot a three. That one is no good. Rebounded by Drake Skaggs. Second chance opportunity for South Decatur. They don't get the opportunity, but they will get the ball back after that last deflection by the Eagles. Drake Skaggs will inbound the ball, and they will go on a four-corner play here. 5 seconds to inbound to Tane Traylor. He will shoot a little floater into the inside. No good, and Drake Skaggs will touch it last, and the ball goes back to the Eagles. South going back to looked like they were going to go to a zone, but decided to go back to man-to-man. Simon with the ball on the right side of the court. Back to Chase Youngman. He dribbles inside, past the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Lucas Ballard, and he is fouled by Parnani. If it is on Parnani, that's his third. And it will go on Parnani. That is already his third personal foul. Or no, take that back. It's his second. Thought it was his third already, but.
And this game is getting pretty physical.
It is pretty physical so far. South Decatur with the ball. Drake Skaggs will bring the ball up on the right-hand side of the court next to near us. Skaggs passes it to Templeton. Passes it to Tane Traylor in the left corner. Templeton will shoot a three, no good. Rebounded by Simon as he's fouled by Lucas Ballard. As Ballard will pick up the foul, that'll be his first.
Just as we say, it's getting physical. Somebody almost gets cocked in the face.
Yeah. 54, Keegan Williamson coming in for the Eagles, and Riker Martin in for your Cougars. 6:45 remaining in the first half. No score here in the second quarter. It's 21-12 Eagles. Simon will pass it to Youngman, to Newhart, to Williamson. Simon for three, nothing but net. As my dad would say, that you call that string music. Drake Skaggs with the ball back to the volleyball line. Passes it to Aiden Bryant. Passes it to Lucas Ballard at the top of the key. He looks inside to Templeton. He'll get a little underneath her. Shot no good, but is fouled underneath. He will shoot 2 by right auto free throws coming up. Number 3, Johnny Newhart with the foul. That'll be his first. Eagles team second of the second quarter. Templeton to shoot his first of 2 free throws. And the first one is up, and it is good. So far, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Number 5, Landon Ash, back in for the Eagles as your Cougars have 1 shot remaining. As we have a substitution once again, Tane Traylor is back in for your Cougars. 6:17 remaining in the first half. South Decatur trails 24-13. Carson Templeton with 1 shot remaining at the line. Shot is up, and it is good. As Landon Ash will bring the ball up the floor to the left side, passes it to Grisham. Grisham takes a screen from Newhart, passes it to Youngman, back to Ash. Newhart to Youngman. He shoots a 3 from the top of the key, and it is good from 3. 27-14, less than 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Drake Skaggs brings the ball up on the right-hand side, passes it inside to Carson Templeton. He gets the shot blocked, takes another shot, but gets fouled. Team's 3rd foul already in the second quarter for the Eagles. And the foul goes on number 54, Keegan Williamson. That's his first. Team's 3rd. As 2 more Byron Auto free throws coming up for your Cougars. First shot is up and good. What is that now, 7 for 7 or 6 for 6?
I think 6 for 6.
6 for 6 on free throws. South Decatur shooting well from the free throw line so far. Number 30, Blake Wagner coming in for the Eagles. Youngman coming off the bench for a few minutes. So far he's having a great game for the Eagles. Templeton will shoot 1 more. Shot is up and good. Nothing but string music. Landon Ash brings the ball up the floor to his right side. Passes it to Williamson. Williamson passes it to Grisham. Grisham will take it inside. No good. Rebounded by Templeton, but will get fouled as another foul goes to the Eagles. 54 Williamson. He's picked up his 2nd personal already. 5:37 remaining in the first half. Eagles lead 27-16. Drake Skaggs brings it up to the floor. Passes it to Tane Traylor. Back to Aiden Bryant. He'll look for an open man. He'll pass it back to Carson Templeton. Templeton to Traylor. Traylor back to the top of the key. Back to the right side. Passes it to Riker Martin. Stolen by Ash. His pass stolen by Drake Skaggs. Templeton will take it inside. His pass almost stolen. Drake Skaggs almost had a shot, but it was last touched by the Eagles. And possession will stay with your Cougars. Skaggs looking to inbound. He'll take the ball, passes it to Aiden Bryant on the right wing. Bryant takes it to his left, passes it to Traylor. He'll shoot a 3. That one's good for a Globe Asphalt 3. Tane Traylor with his first points of the night. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. Johnny Newhart with the ball, passes it to Wagner. Williamson looks for a 3, doesn't take it. Back to Landon Ash. He passes it to the corner to Newhart. He shoots a 3 and rolls around the rim and goes in. Talk about a lucky shot. That one went in for the Eagles. 30-19. Drake Skaggs at the top of the key. He takes it inside. He takes a shot. Shot is no good, but 2 more Byron Auto free throws coming up for your Cougars as Jac-Cen-Del has already given up enough fouls for your Cougars to be in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
Is that 8 3-pointers for Jac-Cen-Del?
I believe so.
And majority of them have been Johnny Newhart.
Drake Skaggs' first free throw is up and good as Lucas Ballard comes back in for your Cougars and Luke Simon comes back in for the Eagles. 30-20 is your score. South Decatur trails with 4:28 to go in the first half. Drake Skaggs shoots his second one, is up, and it rolls around the rim and good. So far, South Decatur is perfect from the free throw line, but they still trail by 9. Ash with the ball, passes it to Newhart. He looks for an open man to Simon. Back to Grisham. Takes a little floater inside off the side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Drake Skaggs. Skaggs takes it himself to the left wing to Lucas Ballard. He'll shoot a jumper inside the 3, and that one goes in for Lucas Ballard. That was a 2 inside the 3. And he'll steal the ball, Lucas Ballard will. He's going to take it himself. Coast to coast for the fast break for your Cougars. Cougars trail by 5, 30-25. Wagner with the ball. Back to Newhart. He thought about a deep three, doesn't take it. Back to Wagner. Passes it to Simon, and he takes it to Ash. Ash will take it back as Drake Skaggs needs to be careful. Simon will shoot a deep three, and oh my! That one's a deep NBA three. Nothing but net. He'll get the turnover. He'll get the steal. Newhart will take the ball inside. No good. Rebounded by, it looks like Drake Skaggs. Skaggs will take it himself to Aiden Bryant. He'll take it inside for no. Almost had a Scheidler brothers point in the paint. But the shot goes no good, and the ball goes out of bounds as Chase Youngman comes back in for the Eagles.
I just want to say, too, Johnny Newhart, I have him for 5 threes.
Oh, my. Templeton inbounds to Lucas Ballard. He looks for Drake Skaggs. He's back to the volleyball line on the left-hand side. Skaggs passes it to Templeton. He's guarded by Chase Youngman. And Templeton takes it inside, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by Luke Simon. Simon passes it to Youngman, and Simon thought about a deep three. Doesn't take it. Back to Youngman. Wagner with the ball, guarded by Skaggs. Simon back with the ball, and he's going to be called for. What do we have?
They're going to get him for a foul.
They're going to call an illegal screen against Simon. That was a player control foul, so they won't be shooting free throws.
Yep.
As the Eagle fans are a little bit upset with that, but Traylor passes it inside to Skaggs, and he will get a Scheidler Brothers points in the paint. As your Cougars are now down by 6. 2:25 remaining in the first half. Youngman with the ball at the top of the key. Simon on the right-hand side. To Wagner back at the top of the key. To Youngman and to the left. Simon shoots another deep three. This time no good. Rebounded by Carson Templeton. Templeton will bring the ball up. Pass it to Skaggs. Takes it to Traylor. Templeton back to Aiden Bryant. Bryant to Lucas Ballard. Ballard looks to Aiden Bryant. Back to the outside of the three. Skaggs back to the top of the key near the volleyball line. Less than 2 minutes to go in this Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Aiden Bryant to the corner. Lucas Ballard will shoot a deep three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Aiden Bryant. South Decatur with another second chance opportunity. As Drake Skaggs takes it inside the paint for another Scheidler Brothers. 2 points in the paint. Cougars trail by 4. We have timeout is being called by the Eagles. It is a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
We'll keep it here.
We'll keep it here. So far, South's keeping up.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the big three, you know, obviously, Tatum Traylor has 3 points. And like we said last night when we were talking on air, the turnovers, right now I have them for 3 turnovers.
If they can keep that number low, they'll be in good shape. They just have to keep the turnover levels. In my opinion, if they keep the turnover levels below 15, I think South can get the win tonight.
Yeah, and also the foul count. I mean, you have 2 players that have fouled from what I have, and
Jac-Cen-Del's had 6, and they've already picked up 10 to 11 fouls already here in this first half. So
yeah,
Grisham will inbound to Youngman as the Eagles have the ball with 1:23 remaining in the first half. Simon passes. Simon inside, and he is fouled. As Lucas Ballard will be called for the foul. That's his second. Only team second. South still has 2 fouls to give here in the first half before the Eagles go into the bonus here in the second quarter. Simon will shoot 2 free throws for the Eagles. First one is up and good. As Grady Scudder will come back in and will take Lucas out. I wonder if they'll keep Lucas out for the remainder of the half.
I don't know. I mean, he's playing really well.
Simon will shoot 1 more free throw. Shot is up, and it is good. 6-point lead. It's 35-29. Carson Templeton brings the ball up to Skaggs. Skaggs will draw to his left to Tatum Traylor. Trailer draws to his right to Templeton. Templeton takes it inside to Aiden Bryant. He fakes, goes inside, and is fouled underneath. Foul will go on number 30, Blake Wagner. That's his first. As 2 more free throws, Byron Auto free throws coming up for your Cougars. Aiden Bryant will shoot 2 from the line. He takes a shot. First one is up and good. I am awfully surprised by the free throw shooting so far for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, perfect from the line. I think it's 9 for 9.
Make it 10 for 10. It's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Youngman takes it inside. He gets fouled as Templeton, I believe, will be called for the foul. And he will be called for a blocking foul as his first, team's third. As Chase Youngman, the former North Decatur standout, now playing for the Eagles, will shoot 2 free throws. His first shot is up and rolls around the rim and goes in. Second free throw goes up. And it's up, and it is good for the Eagles. Back to a 6-point lead, less than a minute to go in the first half. Bryant with the ball to Skaggs. Skaggs takes a little floater inside, no good, rebounded by Luke Simon. He'll bring the ball up to Johnny Newhart. 41 seconds and counting down as Newhart passes it to Grisham. Grisham inside to Luke Simon. He's guarded by Skaggs. And,
wow.
They're going to call out of bounds on Skaggs off of that rebound.
There's at least maybe 6 to a foot between him and the line down there. It wasn't even close on that one.
So they call that out of bounds, and that will go, the ball will go back to the Eagles. Newhart will pass it to Simon, to Grisham. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Grisham to Newhart. Newhart will shoot another 3, and that one will go in. I think Jac-Cen-Del got a break on that one.
Yeah.
Skaggs will dribble the ball. They will go for one shot. 13 seconds to go in the first half. The fans here at Jac-Cen-Del getting a little rambunctious. Skaggs will shoot a 3. No good. Rebounded by Simon. Youngman will dribble. He'll take a shot from deep 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. That is the end of the first half. With your score, Jac-Cen-Del 40, South Decatur 31. We'll be back in a couple of moments with the Stones Farm Service halftime report. We'll be back right after this.
The Black Friday sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram through the month of November. The crew at Acres have special deals, extra incentives, and rebates too on all new vehicles on the lot. New 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees, Compasses, and Wranglers, 2025 Dodge Durangos, new Chrysler Pacificas, and new 2025 Ram pickups. And the savings include all the remaining new 2024 inventory as well. See Josh Camplain, Tony D. Loretto, Kevin Milburn, Dan Rubel, or Steve Garwood during the Black Friday sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Your Greensburg H&R Block is open year-round. Give us a call to discuss business services regarding your bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, or advice. 812-663-7608.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
And we're back here at Osgood in Jac-Cen-Del High School for the halftime report. Your score, South Decatur trails the Eagles of Jac-Cen-Del 40-31. Halftime of tonight's game brought to you away by Stone's Farm Service, your Kubota dealer. Quality equipment so you can just go mow. Kubota and Stone's Farm Service on East Main Street in Greensburg. Serving southeastern Indiana for over 30 years. Strong, stable, still Stones. So far, first half. So far, man, I tell you what. Before we get into the stats before this first half, I tell you what, this game has gone back and forth really well so far for both teams.
Yeah, and I mean, really, it's like Jac-Cen-Del comes down, they hit 2 shots, right? Then South comes down, they hit 2 shots. Jac-Cen-Del comes down, hits 1. South comes down the other end, gets fouled, go to the free throw line, hit both of them.
And speaking of free throws, free throw numbers right now, South Decatur is now 10 for 10 on free throws, which is very rare in the years that I've been around our basketball program, being around our program since 2011. I don't think I've ever seen a first half where we've hit 10 free throws and hit all 10 of them in the first half. Never in the 13-plus years I've been part of South Decatur's program.
And, I mean, the turnovers as well. I mean, I still have 3 turnovers from what I have that I could see.
Yep.
And then scoring, again, still heavy on the big 3. Other than that, Tayden Traylor's got 3, Aiden Bryant's got 2. So, I mean, really, it's the adjustment for South, and I think Ryan can attest to it too, is maybe not playing that zone. You have to get out and play that 3. I mean, Johnny Newhart has hit 6 threes in the game in the first half.
Yeah, they definitely, if I'm Coach Terwilliger, I'm going to a man-to-man immediately to stop the 3, because it doesn't matter if it's all the way in the corner to the top of the key to the wing. They're hitting every single one they're throwing up. They got to be, 9 for 16 at this point, it feels like.
Yeah.
But I will say they're keeping the pace, and that's something that they needed to do. They can't let Jac-Cen-Del run away with the ball game. And I think the start of the third quarter, if they can limit the turnovers and get a couple shots up to stay in the game, I think it's going to go a long way towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and the one couple of threes that they had, I mean, Simon shot it from the E, and the Eagles over there on the far side. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just it's a low percentage shot, but it went in.
Yes. And looking at your stat sheet here, Zach, counting Jac-Cen-Del's threes, 10 3-pointers already here in this first half.
Yeah.
for the Eagles. And I want to ask you this, Zach, because you were with me last night. Even though I did PA, you did radio. What do you think South needs to do in this second half compared to last night for them to stay in this game compared to what happened last night with Milan?
They need to be patient. I think last night when they came out in the third quarter, they were quick, fast, and in a hurry. That was a motto that Coach Wildy had. We want to be quick, we want to be fast, but we don't want to be in a hurry.
Yep.
Right? Because when you're in a hurry, being quick and fast, that causes you to turn the ball over. You want to be quick, fast, but not in a hurry.
And also too, I think South needs to be able to defend the three-point shot better. Like I just mentioned, they've already given up 10 three-pointers in the first half, 6 of them by Johnny Newhart. Ryan, I'll go to you to this question. What does Jac-Cen-Del need to keep doing to win this ball game for the remainder of this game?
They need to keep being physical. They need to keep attacking the three-point line. And if they're hitting him, don't stop. You just keep shooting. I don't think their coach is honestly going to mind. They could shoot 63s, and if they hit 30 of them, he'll be just fine. But they definitely need to keep South out of the paint, because definitely towards the end of the second quarter, South was definitely going into the paint more, getting more points in the paint. They're attacking. A lot of foul trouble for Jac-Cen-Del. They have a couple with 2 fouls, and if they don't get out of their own way, that will quickly go up. So they need to attack the three-point line like they're doing and make sure they're keeping South out of the paint.
And one last thought that I had, I think too, for the Eagles, if they're able to keep South away from the paint, that could possibly mean South could be able to get some open threes. And if they do, South can come back in this game really, really quick if they're able to get those threes in.
Yes. I think the first, I'd say, minute and 45 seconds of this third quarter is going to tell you a lot about how this second half is going to go. If South turns the ball over 4 or 5 times and it's 46-31, it could get ugly fast. But if they keep at the pace that they want to play at and they don't turn the ball over and they get the good looks that they got, it'll go a long way towards the fourth quarter, and I think it'll benefit them a lot.
And looking down at the South Decatur bench, it seems to me that the boys are motivated, think they can get their first win of the season tonight. And with that will be the end of our halftime program. Smart Halftime has been brought to your way by Stone's Farm Service, serving Decatur County and all of southeastern Indiana for over 30 years with quality equipment and a service department that cannot be beat. Strong, stable, still Stones on East Main Street in Greensburg. That will turn a segue into our third quarter, which will be brought to you by Napoleon State Bank. With over 100 years in banking, Napoleon State Bank offers 3 locations in Decatur County: Lincoln Street, Westridge Parkway, and in Westport. And South Decatur will get the ball to start the second half. We've only had a couple of I would say 1 or 2 jump balls already in this first half.
Yeah.
So far, which is good. I've seen games where you've seen jump balls go back and forth all the way as a piece of popcorn got onto the floor before the start of the second half. Aiden Bryant will bring it inbounds to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs passes it back to Bryant on the right wing. To the left side to Templeton. Templeton passes inside to Bryant. Back outside to Bryant. Back outside to Skaggs. Bryant takes it inside of himself, and he takes a Scheidler Brothers points in the paint as your Cougars will get the first points of the second half. Ash will pass it to Youngman back on the outside. Back to Newhart. Newhart will bring it back to Pardonani. Simon back on the right wing in front of us to Ash. Ash guarded by Aiden Bryant. Ash will slow things down and will reset for the Eagles. Newhart with 6 threes already in this one. Fakes a shot. Passes it to Ash. Ash takes it outside to Youngman. Youngman will shoot a 3. No good. Rebounded by Newhart. Newhart will take it inside, and he will get fouled and the bucket, and he will have a 3-point play opportunity. Drake Skaggs will be called for the foul. That's his team's first of the third quarter. As Johnny Newhart, who had 6 threes in the first half, gets his first deuce of the game. He'll shoot a free throw. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Templeton. Templeton will bring the ball up the floor to the left side. He'll pass it inside to Bryant. He turns the ball over to Simon. Simon with the steal, passes it to Youngman. Youngman brings it up to the right side, passes it to Pardonani. Back to Simon. He gets a shot up and no good. Rebound by Pardonani, and he gets fouled. I think that's going to be called on Scudder.
That's going to be his third if it's on Grady.
Yep. It will be on Scudder. That's his third here in the game. They're going to call a foul on the floor. They called the foul on the floor. I don't know if... Did either of you see if he...
I thought it was shooting.
I thought the motion was going up.
Yeah. Simon passes it to Pardonani. Pardonani will take it outside to Newhart. He shots a three, no good. Rebounded by Ash, but he dribbles the ball out of bounds. And South Decatur will get the ball back. 6:35 remaining in the Napoleon State Bank third quarter. Drake Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor to his left. Passes it to Carson Templeton. He passes it to his right to Aiden Bryant. Aiden Bryant looks for somebody open. Carson was open but couldn't find him. Bryant passes to Skaggs, turned the ball over, stolen by Pardonani. Youngman with the ball. He takes it inside. He's fouled. And that will go on, I believe, Lucas Ballard. It will be on Lucas.
So that's his third as well.
That's his third as well. So South Decatur getting into early foul trouble here in the second half.
Youngman at the line.
As Chase Youngman will shoot two free throws for the Eagles. Eagles lead 42-33, just starting the third quarter here in Osgood. Seth Galt, Zach Luddle, and Ryan Higginbottom with us here tonight as well. Youngman's first free throw went up and good. As it is a 10-point lead for the Eagles. Youngman's shot will go up for the second time. His shot no good. Rebounded by Drake Skaggs. Skaggs will pass it to Templeton. Templeton inside to Bryant. And he will get fouled. And that will go on Luke Simon.
It's his second foul.
Simon picks up his second. Jac-Cen-Del already getting into foul trouble. Or not. Actually, that's only their first team foul of the quarter. Simon picked up his second. Templeton will shoot a three. That one is no good off the board. Rebounded by Scudder. He gets a shot no good. And a foul going the other way. That will go on. Oh! They're going to call that on Scudder. That's his fourth. Scudder must have hit him on the head. That's what the official said. Ash will bring the ball up the floor for the Eagles. Passes it to Youngman on his left. Youngman guarded by Templeton. Youngman will shoot a shot from the free throw line and it goes in. Skaggs will take it inside to Ballard and he'll get a Scheidler Brothers points in the paint bucket. Youngman with the ball and turns the ball over, goes back to your Cougars. Tayden Traylor will come in for Grady Scudder. 5:36 in this Napoleon State Bank third quarter. South Decatur trails 45-35 against the Jac-Cen-Del Eagles. Aiden Bryant with the ball on the left side, brings it to the top of the key. Goes to his right, passes to Drake Skaggs. Near the wing to Tayden Traylor, to Carson Templeton. He'll shoot a three. That one is good for a Globe asphalt three. As your Cougars bring the lead back down to 7. Pardonani with the ball on the left wing. He might have gotten away with the walk. Shot no good. Rebounded by Johnny Newhart. We have a traveling violation against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So another turnover on the Eagles.
I thought Pardonani on that spin move. I thought he might have traveled on that as well. But that was a good call on Newhart. He did travel on.
They didn't get the first one, but they sure did get the second one.
Yeah.
Grisham came back in for the Eagles after that last dead ball. Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor, passes it to his left to Templeton. Templeton guarded by Johnny Newhart. He takes a spin move, passes it to Aiden Bryant. He looks, takes it inside himself, can't find an open man. He gets Drake Skaggs. He takes a floater for a Scheidler Brothers, points in the paint. Skaggs with the bucket. South now trails by 5. Grisham with the ball. He brings it back to the left to Parnani. Parnani to Johnny Newhart. Guarded by Drake Skaggs. Chase Youngman guarded by Templeton. Grisham will take it inside himself. Passes it to Landon Ash. Ash will get points in the bucket. As Aiden Bryant is inside, he goes left to right for Scheidler Brothers point in the paint. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Youngman is down with the possible injury.
Might be a cramp.
Drake Skaggs had that problem late in the game last night. As Blake Wagner back in for the Eagles.
I think I read his lips. He definitely got a cramp on that one.
Yeah.
4:05 remaining in the third quarter. Sponsored by Napoleon State Bank. Landon Ash with the ball. Passes it to his right to Grisham. Grisham with the ball guarded by Tayton Traylor. He gets the steal. Jac-Cen-Del with the turnover. Traylor passes it to the right to Skaggs. Skaggs to the left to Templeton. He's heavily guarded by Johnny Newhart as he takes the ball back to Aiden Bryant. Bryant will pass it back to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs near our location. Skaggs outside to Templeton. He shoots a three. And that one goes in for another Globe Asphalt three. South now trails by 2. Johnny Newhart with the ball for the Eagles. He goes inside and he gets fouled as Drake Skaggs will be called for the foul. It'll be the 4th team foul of the third quarter. No, I take that back. That will be the 5th team foul. Drake's 2nd personal as South Decatur has no more fouls to give, and Eagles will go into the bonus. Johnny Newhart will shoot 2 free throws for the Eagles as they are now in the bonus. First free throw is up and good. Second shot here in just a moment. 48-45 is your score. Newhart's shot goes up and good. Back to a 4-point lead. Drake Skaggs with the ball. He takes it to the volleyball line near the top of the key. He goes outside to Carson Templeton. Templeton back to Skaggs near the half-court line. Skaggs passes it to Lucas Ballard. He fakes a three, doesn't take it. He'll pass it to Tayton Traylor. 3-point, no good. But we have a traveling violation on the rebound. Not sure if he got fouled or if he just fell on his own. But either way, it will be a turnover against the Cougars. And Jac-Cen-Del will get the ball back with less than 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. We're going to have a timeout. It will go to South Decatur. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here for the moment being. We do want to thank our cheer block sponsor, which is brought to you in part by Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, and also our trio sponsors tonight, Walters Tire, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Hamilton Tebby Law Offices. For so far, third quarter, guys. We've got a barn burner here in Eagle Country here tonight.
And not many points in the paint. You know, I mean, I have 10 Scheidler Brother points in the paint. Not a lot. It's all coming from the 3-point range or right outside the paint.
Yep.
You know, I will say we are almost to the fourth quarter, and the big three are all in double figures, 11, 12, and 13. I will say the big three is playing up to what they need to play to be able to win this ball game.
Yes. Landon Ash with the ball after the turnover. Newhart with the ball. He is dead. Passes it back to Ash on the right-hand side. Passes it back to Newhart in the corner. He fakes a shot. Take a 2. No good. Rebounded by Drake Skaggs. Nice rebound for Skaggs. He'll pass it to Carson Templeton. Templeton will take the ball, passes it back to Drake Skaggs. He'll take it to his right side and passes it back to the top of the key to Aiden Bryant. Bryant passes it back to Skaggs. He'll bring it back to the top of the key. Passes it back to Carson Templeton. He takes it inside. He'll take the shot. No good. Rebounded by Grisham. Grisham will slow things down a little bit for the Eagles. And he will pass it to Wagner. Wagner turns the ball over. Stolen by Carson Templeton. Passes it to Traylor to Aiden Bryant. Less than 2 minutes to go in this Napoleon State Bank third quarter. Skaggs with the ball. And he is guarded by Landon Ash. He'll pass it to Templeton. He'll shoot another three, and that one is good. Globe Asphalt 3. Cougars are within 1. Ash passes it to Simon.
Don't go for that.
He was going to go for a 3, but took the fake and got the deuce. 51-48 is your score. Templeton takes it outside to trailer. Shot no good. Rebounded by Landon Ash. Ash will bring the ball. He's going to try coast to coast, and he will do so. Ash with the coast to coast bucket for the Eagles. The Eagles lead back up to 5 with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in this third quarter. So far, it has been a very well contested ball game here in Osgood. Drake Skaggs passes it to Carson Templeton. He's on the right-hand side of the volleyball line. Passes it to the left-hand side to Lucas Ballard. He'll stop. He turns the ball over to Johnny Newhart. Newhart will take it inside. And we have an offensive foul. That one will go against Johnny Newhart.
I think that's going to be his second. Yep, his second foul on that one.
Second foul, team's third. Eagles fans did not like that one. That's why the officials get paid the big bucks they do being on the floor compared to what we're doing up here tonight.
Yeah.
32 seconds to go in the third quarter. South still trails by 5. Trailer with the ball, takes it to the right-hand side to Carson Templeton. Templeton to Lucas Ballard. Ballard passes it to the right to Aiden Bryant. Tight defense for the Eagles. Ballard will shoot a 3. It is no good off the rim. Rebounded by Luke Simon. Simon will take it to Grisham. 10 seconds to go. Skaggs trying to take the steal. However, he will get called in for the reach.
That's not the kind of foul you want with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now he's got 3, so you have 2 of your big 3 with 3 fouls going into the fourth quarter.
As Darian Grisham will shoot 2 free throws for the Eagles. 7.4 to go. First shot is up and good as Blake Wagner will come back in for the Eagles. Jac-Cen-Del leads by 6. 54-48 is your score here in this Napoleon State Bank third quarter. Grisham second shot is up and is good. Nothing but string music as Lucas Ballard will pass it inbound to Drake Skaggs. He'll need to get a shot up quick. He gets a floater, shot no good. And he gets a shot up again. That one's no good. That's the end of the third quarter with your score. Jac-Cen-Del 55, South Decatur 48. We'll be back in a minute after this timeout.
Your Greensburg H&R Block is open year-round. Give us a call to discuss business services regarding your bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, or advice. 812-663-7608.
They've got some tire deals going on at Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg. Right now, get up to $200 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And the harvest is underway. Farmers, don't let tire problems slow you down. The Goodyear service trucks come to you to get production up and rolling again. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
And we're back here at Jac-Cen-Del Junior Senior High School in Osgood, Indiana. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter, which will be brought to you in part by Russ Hubler Ford, offering new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Again, fourth quarter sponsored by Russ Hubler Ford. Jac-Cen-Del will have the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Zach?
I do want to mention, the big 3, Carson 15, Drake 13, Lucas 11. I mean, it's there.
It's there. South's down by 7. They can get this one, but they've got to play aggressive. Newhart with the ball in the corner, passes to Parnani. He turns the ball over, and actually, no, he won't. Newhart with the ball, and he will score inside. Ugly play for the Eagles, but we're able to score off of the ugly play anyway. 7:35 in the game, and I believe that one's going to go on Youngman on the foul. If it is, It will go on Youngman. That's a second here in this game. 7:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. South Decatur trails by 9. Bryant looks inside. He's in the paint and shoots it and goes in for a Scheidler Brothers point in the paint. As South's lead is down, or Jac-Cen-Del's lead down by 7. Newhart with the ball on the left-hand side to Simon. Simon to the middle to Youngman. He will shoot a deep 3 ball. That one is good as the lead now grows to double digits. Drake Skaggs passes it to Aiden Bryant. Aiden Bryant will dribble. He's guarded by Darian Grisham. Bryant takes it inside. He'll pass it to Skaggs. He'll take a shot. Shot no good. Rebounded by Parnani. Grisham will dribble the ball to his left side. He's guarded by Tain Traylor. Parnani to Johnny Newhart as Newhart is wide open for 3. But it goes off of the left-hand side of the backboard, and it will go out of bounds. South, I guess, apparently touched that.
I thought that was touched by an
I
eagle.
thought that went straight off his hand.
Wait a minute. Timeout is going to be called by South Decatur. It is a full timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
We're back here in Osgood in this Russ Hubler Ford fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the game. South Decatur trails 60-50. And updated scoring right now for the Eagles. Johnny Newhart is so far their top scorer with 24 points already in this game. Eagles are playing well. South's playing well too.
Just need some defensive stops.
Yeah,
is what they need.
They can't shoot themselves in the foot too many more times tonight.
Jac-Cen-Del will inbound after the timeout called by the Cougars. South with 2 timeouts remaining. Both of them are fulls. Grisham with the ball brings it back to the volleyball, to the half-court circle. Back to the right-hand side. Passes it to Luke Simon. Simon passes it. Will turn the ball over. Stolen by Drake Skaggs. He will take it all the way and will get fouled on that. And that will be 2 by right auto free throws coming up. Foul will go on Johnny Newhart. That will be his 3rd.
And we haven't got to the line much this second half.
No, which I think is what Jac-Cen-Del wanted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Especially after getting into the early foul trouble in the first half, as they did. Skaggs' first free throw was up and good. As by right auto free throws. So far, South has not missed a free throw in this game. Drake Skaggs' second shot is up, and he will miss his first free throw. Rebounded by Skaggs himself. Carson Tilberton inside, back to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs is open for 3. No good, rebounded. No rebound. There will be a foul against Lucas Ballard.
That's his 4th.
And the funny thing about that is, you know, we're over here on the Jac-Cen-Del side of the floor, and they're calling over the back. There's no such thing as an over-the-back foul anymore.
There hasn't been a thing that in, 5-6 years now?
Something like that. As Jac-Cen-Del has the ball back, Parnani with the ball on his left side to Youngman. Youngman takes it inside. He shoots the ball. That one will go in. Youngman with the shot. 62-51 is your score. Lucas Ballard with the ball. He gets the ball stolen by Parnani. Parnani will take it himself, and it goes coast to coast, but no good. And we've got a foul. That'll go against Luke Simon.
Did he
That'll
slam
be
the
his
ball
3rd.
down?
He slammed the ball right in front of the referee.
That should be a technical foul.
Who?
Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I must have missed that.
Because
I didn't really see it, but I could hear it from over here. If
And
anything, he
South has
slammed
nobody
that
to
ball.
inbound. South was not paying attention on that one. They do get the ball. 5:25 remaining in this one. Trailer with the ball, passes it to Riker Martin, who's in. Drake Skaggs takes it inside. He gets fouled. He will get a three-point play opportunity as he gets a points in the paint from Scheidler Brothers. Foul will go on Pardonati. That's his third for the Eagles. Team's fourth, so the Eagles do not have a foul to give in this fourth quarter. Skaggs will hit the free throw for Byright Auto. 62-54 is your score with close to 5 minutes to go in this one. Grisham with the ball. He's guarded by Tayton Trailer. He takes it inside. Shot no good. And last touch by Pardonati. Ball will go back to your South Decatur Cougars with 5:02 left in this Russ Hubler fourth quarter. Drake Skaggs will bring the ball up the floor to his right-hand side. Gets it to Templeton. Templeton will take it inside himself with the shot. No good. Actually goes in. Looked like it wasn't going to go in for a second, but it does go in for a Scheidler Brothers points in the paint. And we have a basketball on the court. I do not know what happened there. As Lucas Ballard will come back in for your Cougars. I'm surprised that wasn't a delay of game against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Especially since it came right there from their bench. Youngman with the ball, passes it to Grisham. Grisham's in the corner. He brings it back to the top of the key. Pardonati back to Youngman. He's on the left wing. Takes it inside. Shot is up and good for Youngman. Back to an 8-point lead for the Eagles. 64-56, 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this one. Skaggs takes it inside, and he gets called for a traveling violation. As Landon Ash will come back in for the Eagles. 4:17 to go. Grisham will bring the ball up to the right-hand side. He'll take it to the wing. Takes it outside to Youngman. And Youngman will get called for a traveling violation. That'll go as another turnover for the Eagles. South needs to get a bucket here. And I think what South needs to do, and both of you will agree with me on this, turnovers, they need to execute.
Yes.
Yes.
Skaggs with the ball, passes it to Templeton. On the left-hand side, back to Skaggs, to Lucas Ballard. And we have a foul called against the Cougars. That'll go against Riker Martin for an illegal screen. So that'll be his first, team's second.
I didn't see it, so
I didn't see it either, but they must have saw something we didn't. Landon Ash with the ball. Less than 4 minutes to go. Grisham with the ball back to Youngman. Youngman takes a shot, little floater, and it goes in. Back to a 10-point lead for the Eagles. Drake Skaggs with the ball. Takes a few dribbles, passes it to Aiden Bryant. He passes it to Lucas Ballard. He'll shoot a three. That one's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Grisham. Grisham will pass it to Pardonati, and that goes in. 68-56 is the score. South may need to call a timeout, and they will. It is a full timeout. They have one timeout remaining. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll be back after this timeout.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
And we're back here at Jac-Cen-Del Junior Senior High School in Osgood. Seth Galt, Zach Lovell, Ryan Higginbottom with you here tonight. We hope you've enjoyed this game here tonight with us. We don't have an update with the Greensburg-Rushville girls game tonight. At least I hope we do.
Well, let me check this out for you.
As Drake Skaggs will inbound the ball and passes it to Aiden Bryant, and Bryant will pass it back to Drake Skaggs.
The last update I have, with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Greensburg is up 43-15 over Rushville.
Okay, well, Carson Templeton just hit another three. That is a Globe Asphalt three as the lead's back down to 9. Skaggs looking defense. Simon with the ball as he passes it back to Youngman outside. Chase Youngman will take it inside for 2. 2:37 and counting down in this one. South still down by 11. Drake with the ball. He'll take it inside. Little floater, no good, off the side of the board. Rebounded by Youngman. Youngman passes it to Landon Ash. Ash will bring the ball up the floor. Passes it to Johnny Newhart. Newhart back to Youngman. Wonder if I was about to ask if Jac-Cen-Del was going to keep the pressure or if they were going to slow things down being up by 11. However, there was a foul called against Riker Martin. That is his second. Tayton Traylor will come back in. And the one thing, it got so quiet in here, you can actually hear the officials talk to the coaches. Newhart passes it to Simon. He shoots it, no, and it goes in. Simon will get the deuce. South will bring the ball up the floor quickly to Aiden Bryant. And the ball is turned over.
Timeout, it was 30-second timeout.
That pass was stolen by Luke Simon. We have a timeout on the floor. Timeout will be called by Jac-Cen-Del. It is a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here with 2 minutes to go left in this game. Your score, Jac-Cen-Del leads South Decatur 72-59.
I think South Decatur shot themselves in the foot a little too much here in the fourth quarter.
I think so too.
I think they kept the pace as much as they could, but overall, I think Jac-Cen-Del in the smallest of margins in that fourth quarter, it could have been 30 seconds, just outpaced them by this much. It's insane what basketball in the fourth quarter can do to a team. For Jac-Cen-Del, made them into a better team, and for South Decatur, they just couldn't hit a bucket, and the turnovers just got to them real quick.
Yeah. 1:59 remaining in this Russ Hubler fourth quarter. Luke Simon will bring the ball up the floor for the Eagles as he will pass it to the left to Johnny Newhart. Newhart will pass it to Landon Ash. And he will turn the ball over to Drake Skaggs. Skaggs will turn the ball over again. Turned over, stolen by Simon. Newhart will pass it to Youngman in the corner. Grisham will take it back to the top of the key. And we have a foul that will go against Riker Martin. I think Carson took a shot.
Yeah.
There just a second ago. And Aiden Bryant will come in for him. Bryant took a shot just a little bit ago. That's why he came out during that last timeout for South. Now Carson's going to stay in as Riker comes back out. Simon will inbound in front of their own bench. And we'll pass it to Newhart. Newhart will take it back behind the three-point line. Passes it to Grisham. Grisham takes it inside. South will foul once again. This one will go to Aiden Bryant. That is their 15th foul of the fourth quarter. That's only Bryant's first foul, but down by 13 as the Eagles shoot 2 free throws. Grisham's first shot is up in, no good, off the back of the rim. And he'll have 1 shot remaining. Grisham will have 1 free throw left. He shoots it up and good. Drake Skaggs brings the ball up the floor. 1:15 to go in this one. Aiden Bryant will shoot a three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Luke Simon. Simon will pass it to Ash, to Grisham. Grisham will take it inside to Chase Youngman. And now Jac-Cen-Del is going to work on their ball movement, and South will foul. Carson Templeton will pick up the foul. That is his second. As this one is all over but the shouting. Almost. Simon's free throws first up and good for the Eagles. Simon will shoot one more free throw as it goes up, and it is good. 75-59 is the score. As Aiden Bryant will shoot a three, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Grisham. Looked like Youngman actually tipped that just a smidge. Youngman will bring the ball up the floor. I don't know. South probably should not foul now, and they're going to leave him wide open. Grisham will lay it up. 30 seconds to go. Templeton will shoot a three. That one goes in for a Globe Asphalt three. And Jac-Cen-Del looks to close this one out, as they will. They will hold the ball for the remainder of this one. South played tough tonight, but unfortunately could not get the job done. Jac-Cen-Del will go to 3-2 on the year. Cougars will drop to 0-5. Your final score here from Osgood, Indiana, and Jac-Cen-Del High School. Jac-Cen-Del with the win, 77, South Decatur 62. We'll be back with our Tack Furniture post-game report after this timeout.
The Black Friday sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Through the month of November, the crew at Acres have special deals, extra incentives, and rebates too on all new vehicles on the lot. New 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees, Compasses, and Wranglers, 2025 Dodge Durangos, new Chrysler Pacificas, and new 2025 Ram pickups. And the savings include all the remaining new 2024 inventory as well. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, Dan Rubel, or Steve Garwood during the Black Friday sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
They've got some tire deals going on at Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg. Right now, get up to $200 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And the harvest is underway. Farmers, don't let tire problems slow you down. The Goodyear service trucks come to you to get production up and rolling again. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
And we are back here at Jac-Cen-Del High School. We are now at our post-game report sponsored by Taft Furniture. Time to go home and get in the Lazy Boy. If you don't have one, Taft Furniture has this area's largest selection of Lazy Boys. Score with the Lazy Boy tonight with Taft Furniture. Once again, your final score here tonight, South Decatur losing another one to the Eagles. Final score tonight, Jac-Cen-Del 77 and South Decatur 62. South Decatur drops to 0-5 on the season, and the Eagles bump up to 3-2 on a 2-game win streak for the Eagles.
Yeah, and scoring tonight, there was 5 that scored, 3 in double figures. From what I had Drake at 17, Carson had 23, Lucas had 11, Tayden had 3, Aiden had 8. So, I mean, your big 3 got it done, but the fourth quarter, I think South just shot themselves in the foot and they settled too much too fast.
Yep.
Definitely. They were looking for too many shots that weren't there, and, you know, you asked me what did Jac-Cen-Del need to do better going into the second half, and they stopped the points in the paint, I would say, and they stopped South's attack on the paint very, very, I would say decently. South was still able to attack the paint, but not as efficiently as they were in the first half. You know, we live in a world of what if Jac-Cen-Del didn't hit however many threes they did. I would say this would be South's first win if it wasn't for the threes.
If it was, yeah.
But I can definitely say, you know, for their very first game, watching them live, this is a good basketball team, but they're young. They don't have a lot of veterans on their roster, and I think that's what's killing them. They don't have the older mentality to go out and get a basket or go out and get a rebound like they need to. And I think that's what Jac-Cen-Del has. They have 4 seniors on their roster who are able to go out and get what they need to do. And I think over the next couple of years, you will see South develop that even more.
And it's funny that we're talking about it, and speaking of which, we are here with South Decatur head coach Josh Terwilliger. And Coach, I've got to tell you, last night Zach didn't get a chance to talk to you last night because we had to get out of here, and we knew we had to be back here tomorrow night or here tonight. And of course, me doing PA last night, it was kind of hard for me to try to help him with everything last night.
Right.
Overall, we thought South we played well, but that fourth quarter just kind of shot ourselves in the foot.
It did. We're 0-5. 3 of the games, really, we had a great chance to win, and we just didn't. The phrase close is dancing and horseshoes and hand grenades, and we're right there, but we got to get over the hump. Now, the positive to that is I've got a lot of kids that are young, inexperienced, getting quality time right now.
Yep.
In the big picture, and I can sit back and look at it, yes, losing sucks. We all know that. We've been close. We do a lot of good things, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot. This is only going to make us better down the road, and that's the way I look at it. Tonight they responded. We got it down to 1. And then, the other team was just better. I mean, I don't know what their three-point percentage is, but, I mean, in the first half, I think they only missed, 1. I mean,
they had 10 threes in that first half.
Yeah, and that was it. I mean, we weren't as close as we needed to be, but the boys made an adjustment, and we came back. I mean, they did the things, we've been preaching. There's 3 things that are the formulas to win. I can sit there and fill up a whiteboard with all kinds of words and all kinds of stuff, but it comes down to 3 things. You have to rebound, you have to play defense, and you have to run offenses. and they responded tonight. They did a lot better tonight compared to last night. And again, we're getting a lot of kids quality minutes that, again, it's going to pay off in the long run.
Yes, and also, too, I didn't want to mention to you as well, as I was thinking of it, and, well, you know what? I'll be darned. I forgot it.
Should have wrote it down.
Oh, I should have had it wrote it down. Ryan, you have something you want to ask?
Yes, Coach.
Yes.
First game I've ever seen you guys play.
Okay.
You guys are good, and like you said, you're inexperienced.
Yes.
But I think even with that, a 15-point loss, it's a little deceiving.
Yes, absolutely.
I think you could say this is maybe a 5 to 10 point, in reality, a loss.
Yes.
0-5, but I think 0-5 is deceiving too. Very good on and off the court from what I can see. It's just young. You don't have a lot of veterans on the court, which is hurting.
Yes.
But I will say over the course of the 32 minutes, it was a complete basketball game other than the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I think over time, over the course of the next couple games, going into your holiday tournament and everything, it'll work itself out.
Yeah, I definitely. People can look at the schedule just like I do. It's going to be rough through the rest of December. It just is. We got South Ripley next weekend. Going to be one of our best teams we'll play this year. Then we're in the Edinburgh tournament, and we didn't get any favors on that either. But that's fine. That's what's going to make us better. We've got a string of tough games. I'm proud of them because, again, I'm a new coach. I'm coming in with a different mentality, a different set of standards. Nothing against people before me. My style of basketball, what I want them to do is different. And they're responding. They're doing the things. It's hard to get mad at a sophomore who is playing his first varsity minutes, at North Decatur in that atmosphere, but they're getting better. They're getting experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm seeing progress. And yeah, we've been close in these games. I mean, Tri is ranked number 14 in 1A, and honestly, we had a great chance to beat them, but it was just little things, But more than that for me is they're responding. Yes. They're not giving up, because typically a team like that, when some of that goes, it's easy to hang your heads and give up, and they're not. They're playing extremely hard, and really we're getting established with what we want Cougar basketball to be. So I appreciate that. I really do.
Yes.
And that just what I had in my
Did you remember
thought.
it?
I did remember. Got Jac-Cen-Del into early foul trouble there in the first half, but Jac-Cen-Del was able to do the same thing to you guys in the second half.
Yeah.
What changed from what we were doing in the first half to what happened in the second half?
I don't know. That's a great question. Our style is we want to attack. We want to attack, and we were doing that. And then we kind of got out of it a little bit. It's like I said, running the offenses. Being a young team, it's like we run the offenses and we get there, and then occasionally we get the rogue, and then it goes off key, and then we got to rein them back in. I have to use my timeouts to teach. The timeouts are for teaching, and that's what it is. And again, I knew what I was getting into this year with these guys, but man, I'm so proud of them. I mean, really, it's been what I needed from them, and we're. I'm proud of them for that. But yeah, it's little adjustments. It's just little things that, shooting ourselves in the foot that I know that we can clean up.
Anything you want to tell Cougar Country before you go home tonight?
Don't sleep on these guys. We know the big goal is, come sectional time, and I know that we're going to work our way through December, which is going to be a tough stretch. But come January, I think we're really going to make some good strides. And even though we are 0-5, like he said, we're a pretty good 0-5.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time joining us here tonight. Unfortunately, with the loss, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. We're going to get there. I know it.
We're home next Saturday. Get a week off until next Saturday with South Ripley. And
we need it.
All righty, Coach. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you guys very much.
Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Zach, get on here real quick. We got one last thing.
Sorry, it's sweaty.
You're good. Ryan, Zach, final thoughts before we go home tonight. Zach, first you.
Coach said it all, man. I mean, and even Ryan, I mean, this 15-point loss, it's deceiving. I mean, these boys are really starting to develop, and it's starting to show. I mean, we had a lot of threes, especially Carson. Carson had a lot of threes tonight. And a lot of kids coming out of their shell, getting used to everything, man. I mean, they're coming together finally.
Ryan?
I will definitely say, this is 100% different than any sport you will ever watch, From watching, like if tonight was your first basketball game that you ever watched on WTRE or you ever listened to, it's different, But I will say, like I told Coach, it's a good team. They are a good team.
Yes.
They're just inexperienced,
Yes.
and it's hurting them. But I think in the long run, they're going to do well. You just got to take their time. And, yes, 0-5, but it's a decent and good 0-5 team that I think will get a chance to win a couple more ball games this year. And, even with Jac-Cen-Del hitting however many threes they did,
Yep.
they kept it close all the way until about midway through the fourth quarter. And I think that tells the story. It's a good team, just inexperience, and inexperience is just hurting them.
Yep. Well, as much as I hate to say it, we didn't get a win on my 30th birthday tonight.
Well,
but you win some, you lose some.
Yes.
So with that, we are going to get off of here for the night. For Ryan, for Zach, I'm Seth Galt. Everyone have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy some Colts football tomorrow. They got the Broncos. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week.